Hey guys, this is Night Flame, and today, guys, I will be giving you a review on the Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 1. This is a Secret Wars tie-in, and I will give you my thoughts, my honest opinion on the Infinity Gauntlet, issue number 1. So let's, be obviously spoilers because this is an in-depth review. So let's crack this book open. First of all, the creative team for this book is the writers are Dustin Weaver and Gary Duggan, and the artist is Dustin Weaver. So the comic opens up with this introduction to this world. We're not sure where this world is located at yet, or this domain, but we see, kind of an introduction through, I guess, journal entries. We meet our characters, Anawa, her family, I think her Fane. Fane is her little sister, her grandpa, and her dad. So they're people, I guess, the last survivors of the Earth, and they're living off of, I guess, anything they could find. Their planet or their world has been, I guess, invaded by giant spiders, and everybody died except them. They're lucky to even have, most of their family alive. Basically what has happened was that I guess these giant spiders threatened to invade this, and the Nova Corps, which are very involved in this series, ended up going to fight these alien creatures. And Anawa's mom was a Nova Corps member. She went up there and she never returned, so she is presumed dead by her father, and her husband doesn't want to believe that. So she tells her little daughter, he tells her little daughter that, she's still alive. But the big one, which is the main character, Anawa, she doesn't believe this. And she kind of has resentment against her mother for leaving her. So, there's conflict going on, a lot of conflict about, the grandpa and the dad, about how, they don't agree with each other, about how the grandpa just really wants the kids to know that their mom is dead, and he doesn't want to soften things up for them because this is a harsh world they're living in, and he wants to just tell them the truth and be strong for whatever comes after them. So while they're fighting, they get attacked by the giant spiders, and they end up separating each other from each other. And we see the grandpa and Anawa go together, and we see Fane and her dad go together with the dog as well as Zigzag. And Grandpa ends up kind of like hiding himself in this tube with Anawa. Fane and her dad and Zig end up escaping the bugs, but like I said, Grandpa and Anawa are more in danger. So Grandpa and Anawa, after they kind of get dropped by the big creature, they're both okay, but you really can't escape them because this tube is not safe. The bugs can reach inside it with their paws or with their whatever insect hands, and Grandpa thinks the only way that one of them is gonna get out alive is with distraction, and Grandpa says basically, what, I'm gonna, I guess, put my life on the line, and you're gonna have to escape. So Grandpa ends up doing that. Anawa doesn't really want to escape, but she ends up escaping because, Grandpa will not die in vain. Like, if he dies, he won't die, I guess, without doing something in the world. So Grandpa dies, which was really sad, and I'll tell you why in the verdict. And Anawa ends up escaping. She gets into this bug's hole, and she finds this, I guess, Nova helmet there. It reminds her of her mom, and that just enrages her about how her mom just completely left them, and thanks to her mom, I guess, her grandpa died because no one was there to protect them, and she just has so much resentment against her mom. She ends up grabbing this bug there. She ends up beating just the living crap out of it, and inside the bug she finds an infinity stone. She climbs out of the hole she went in, and she ends up getting saved by her mom. This is the infinity stone kind of thing, the hole. And her mom is there. She gets saved by her mom, and her mom was like, sorry I'm late, everything's gonna be fine now. And we see lurking through the shadows is Thanos, and Thanos has an infinity stone with him, and we know that if he has one, he's gonna look for all of them. So Anawa's family is in grave danger, and that is the cliffhanger. So what did I think about Infinity Gauntlet? First of all, guys, I really wasn't supposed to pick up this comic at all. When it came out, I was like, Infinity Gauntlet, wow, I just don't like galactic stories or, anything with the galaxy. I'm bored, to death with. Um, then I looked at Dustin Weaver's art, and Dustin Weaver is incredible. He's a talented artist. So I thought maybe I should give this issue a try, and I definitely did. The comic book people in my shop said, you know what, this is a great story. You'll enjoy it. I went in with open mind, and I was just completely, brought into the story, and I was just like, wow. I can see the hardships they're going through. I can see all this, pain that they have, especially Anawa with her mother, abandoning her. I can just, understand her, and it was just great. I knew that somebody was gonna die. I thought the group was too big, and I was like, somebody's gonna have to, I guess, sacrifice himself. And it was sad that it was Grandpa. But Grandpa was an interesting character, and even though I met him in this issue, I was surprised by it. I was like, wow, I like this. I was like, wow, this was great. Sometimes when you meet a character and he dies, you're like, wow, I could care less. But when Grandpa died, I was like, I didn't want to see him die. So it was sad. But I was just, I guess, completely taken by this book. This book was amazing. Art alone, like you saw in the book, art alone was just completely great. Anawa was an interesting character. Her whole family was just interesting. Zig, the dog, was great. And like I said, you see the hardships they're going through, you see everything they're going through, and it makes you care for this family. It really does. Even though the giant insects kind of thing was kind of like, wow, those are weird creatures to, be, I guess, weird creatures to run the world, that run the world. But I understood why, giant bugs will run the world because, I guess giant bugs, you really can't kill them. Anyways, I thought it was great. Thanos lurking in the shadow. I thought him taking a back seat was great because I really didn't want to read a story centered around Thanos. And having the Nova Corps kind of being the center of this story as well was really great. So I was just impressed by this a whole lot. Star-Lord, he doesn't appear, but it really doesn't matter because I could care less if he appears. These are my favorite characters now. So impressed by this. Just, I don't know, I really can't describe, words can't describe how good this book was. 10 out of 10, completely impressed. If you have to pick something, only one thing this week, it really has to be Infinity Gauntlet. It really isn't kind of like an intergalactic adventure. It's really grounded, and I just loved every second of it. So enough praising. 10 out of 10, Infinity Gauntlet. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you like this video. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Leave your comments, leave your thoughts down below on what you thought about this book. And once again, guys, thanks for watching, and have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.